This is truly a wonderful thing, and not in just a like FAFO kind of way. This is good for all of us. Remember when a bunch of the top law firms in the country immediately caved to Trump when he was targeting them with executive orders by giving him millions of dollars worth of pro bono or free work, which not only gives him some of the most powerful players in the legal industry, can also conflict them out of representing certain people in cases against the administration, not every single one, but some. Of all the terrible things to happen in those first couple of weeks, this was probably the worst. And by that, I mean, I've explained this multiple times, and I put the vids I could find in my Gov 101 playlist explaining how the government works. But the long and the short of it is, if Congress will not do its job, which while under Republican control, why would it suddenly decide to do so? For the first time ever. And our only real defense against the administration is in the courts, and every single win has been in the courts. But the courts don't just randomly decide to do stuff out of the kindness of their hearts. They can't do that. What you need is to sue. And in order to sue, you need a lawyer, or more likely, a bunch of them. And they better be good. So when a bunch of big and very powerful law firms immediately caved, that was terrifying. Because if they're not gonna fight this, who the hell will? And now it looks like they're suffering the consequences. Because at least 11 major companies have taken their business away from these big firms. Oracle, Morgan Stanley, Microsoft, McDonald's. Don't get it twisted, they're not acting out of the kindness of their corporate hearts. It's strictly a business decision, and frankly, it's a smart one. Because who are you gonna be more motivated to stand up for if not yourself? And how much easier of a legal fight can you wage than one against stuff that is so blatantly illegal most kindergartners can spot it from a mile away? You know how I know it's easy? Because almost every single one that has fought back has gotten resounding victories in court. And if that weren't bad enough, how hard is it to show that these already illegal executive orders are being leveraged against you to get free work out of you? You can all see it. It's an obvious racket, and we know how sloppy this admin is. How hard could this be to prove? And the companies feel like they can't trust these law firms in court or at the negotiating table because, like, what do you mean? Why the hell would anyone trust you to do anything for them? And note that a bunch of employees at these firms, both lawyers and paralegals, have either quit or spoken out, not always on the record or using their names, but a lot of people at these firms were not happy. All Wise, for example, has lost 4 of its partners. And note that Doug Emhoff, Mr. Kamala Harris, joined one of the firms in January and had advised them to fight back. Lawyer jokes aside, I love lawyers. They keep us safe. Make no mistake, the people at these companies that made the choice to cave are either terrible lawyers or terrible people, or both. Companies are smart to not use them. I know that we as the American people did not hire these law firms to, fight the administration, but maybe you should have done your jobs.